What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another Heartopia little guide video. I am showing you not how to build a waterfall. I did that last video. As you can see, it is right here. It's looking pretty illusion-y. Now I am going to show you how to build up the stairs before we build our home. This is going to be an illusion stair to where it doesn't just look like a straight shot right up to that front door. It's going to be a beautiful winding path. And let's get into it. Right away, I'm going to switch into this top view, and I'm going to start changing up the shapes of my path. I am going to be stilling some of these squares just to create more of this dimension. That way we don't lose it. Okay. And I am going to be bringing some more of this out. I think we can create some very organic shapes here. I don't want everything to be symmetrical. I really want a whole bunch of asymmetry going on. I think I'm going to stop at this point and start grabbing some walls. So I do have to remember that I am kind of creating a cave over here. So I'm going to keep that in mind for where I place down these walls. That way I don't have to delete things later, because that can become a tricky pickle. Before I get too far into it, I do want to do some paintings, because I wasn't looking. I didn't click the check mark for those walls. Okay, well, meh. Let's get this done. Do 2 of those. And 2 of those. Gosh, dang it, I was a big old silly. Okay, and I can do 2 high for this wall. I don't want... No, I'm just gonna do this solo height wall. Wait, is this one? No, it's a big square. Dang it. Okay. For this level, I do want a solo height wall. Let's get that down. We will paint the front and back sides of these now that I realized my mistake. Yep, let's just correct it and move on. There we go, and I'll even do my secret basement wall. Back there in this nice stone. And now I do see, if you didn't watch the last video, I do have 2 different color stones here. This is a wet wall. This is a dry wall. However, I do think I can pull this over since it doesn't go that far out. And I feel like this side of the wall might not always be wet. So let's do a little bit of that. Oh, okay, we can always come back to that step later. Let's get back to these stairs. I'm just going to build out my floors first, and I can always sculpt some more later. Let's see, I want to push this one back. And now I know I kind of want this side to come out a little bit. That way we have a platform over here. Let's pull that wall back out. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh. I have ideas. And when creating organic shapes, it is better not to have like too much of a vision in mind, because you're eventually going to forget it. There's a whole bunch of steps. So just doing this freely and creating your shapes as you go is going to help a whole lot. And get rid of any frustration that you might get from creating these illusions. Just always remember to take a deep breath, take a step away if you need to. It's just a game, and it's supposed to be a cozy game at that. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah. Take a break, use your eyes to see what you've created for, and while you're on your break, you can take your time to think about what corrections you need to make. Let's see, let's go in here. Boom. I am going to still a bit of floor to get this level created. Oh yeah, and I don't think I said it this video, but last one. It is very important to paint both front and back side, top and bottom side. That way you don't get this weird line that shows up on those edges. Color both your sides of your walls. The sooner you get it done, the easier it will be later. You're going to create all kinds of problems for yourself if you hold off on painting these walls. Both front and back side. Okay, this one I want to come out this way, because I think our stairs are going to come down from here. I'm stealing that wall. Pulling it there, and now I can't get in. Wait, I can. Haha! Boom, I can just pull that wall. Okay, I think I've got quite the shape going now. Hang on, actually, I think I might want this to pull out a little, and then we can create like a curve here later. I'll definitely put a tree in that area. Right, I am going to now start with placing in the stairs where I want them. Wait, that was a tall wall, wasn't it? Is this a short wall? Yeah. Let me actually grab that first and finish this up. I lied to you guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting to it. And I can see I did not paint the back sides of these. I think I might leave that mistake there just so that you can judge for yourself what I'm talking about. So I do fill like crazy with shrubbery. So it's possible you're not going to see it on my build. You make that judgment for yourself. If you have a heavy hand with shrubbery like me, it might not matter for you. But if you do go a little bit lighter on the shrubbery, get into that good practice of painting both your front and back side. Okay, I still have gaps. Right on, we got it done. Okay, so I'm thinking on this level I want to have a taller part of my staircase. So I'm definitely going to use this space. I could go sideways or I could come out. Let's see. First I'm going to select my stairs. I'm going to try to... Oh, and that's actually already color matched to the wallpaper that we were using. Okay, so what I mean is you can, for that double height staircase, I can come over here and do it like that, and this is now my tallest point. And then for my shape, I would come over here, and we will create a walking path in an S shape here. There will be some bushes here at this corner, and then we can also come over to, gosh, this area and have it come straight out. I want to have a U in this spot, so I'm going to do that in the center, and I don't think I'm going to bring it too wide. Now I've got myself in a little bit of a corner because I wanted this to come out this way. Now, I can always just push this back, which means I've got to delete some stuff, which is fine. For the floor, I will delete it this way. And then I'll move what I need to over and backwards. And then my walls, oops, that's not a wall. That was a floor piece. I'm going to push it back. Nope, that is yet again a floor piece. Don't want that. And the walls I can just easily move where I need them to move. And then I'm going to delete those bits and pieces. That was a tall wall there. I'm going to delete it. That's fine. No big deal. I'm going to pull this out. That way I have pieces to grab. Let's tilt these where we need to. Boom. And now I have more space to work on and get this illusion continued. I didn't do any changes to these stairs, so it's easy to just grab and place them back here. Now I could, so I went from 2 stairs wide to 2 stairs wide. And I don't even need 2 stairs wide over here because I just noticed that pillar is going to get it on the way. And then I have 1 stair wide here. I could go back to 2 and then leave that at 1, and that's going to give us some dimension. Or I could just go back up to 2 wide. I think I'm going to go back up to 2 wide. I think I'm going to like that more. And just for shits and giggles, I wanted to see this going in this direction too. I might delete these 2 pieces. Yeah, I'm not super fond of that, so I'm just going to hit undo once because it's not going to let me do it twice. Don't know why that happens. It just does. Alright, actually, I might do 3 wide on this bottom level. I think that's going to create a nice thing for you to see. It's going to demonstrate what I wanted to demonstrate. Alright, so it might not look like it right now, but we have curved stairs. If your mind's saying it's not, don't believe it. It is. The freaking garage. Okay, this was the last video thing. It is windy out today. My garage keeps making noises like someone's shutting doors down the hallway. And that's absolutely not the case. Alright. Yeah, so if your eyes are telling you this is not a curved staircase, tell them they're wrong. Because it absolutely is. We are going to come in with some shrubbery. And your eyes are going to see. Your eyes are going to see. Your eyes are going to see that they're lying to you. I'm going to come in with some of these large plants. And make, essentially, some cuts to this big, boxy, I don't know, event that we have going on back here. These bushes are also from the fairies pack thing. I know it's not free, but the game does give you some free tickets. If you want to create some extraordinary builds, I recommend using those limited time free tickets that the game gives you every so often on this fairies pack, because look over here. This pond is super usable. These bushes are super usable. Even if you don't have the money, the game does give you free stuff that is normally pay to have from time to time. If you're on the fence, it's worth it. It's only going to be here for so long. I say go for it. If you can't afford to, you spend your money how you will. Don't put yourself into debt over this game. You definitely don't need these things to create these illusions, but it makes it so much easier. Okay, I'm going to look at this from the top view. I want to put this big tree in this spot. It is taking up a lot of space, and that is making me nervous. However, putting it in the corner here, there's still a walking path here. There's still a walking path here. I think I'm going to kill two birds with one stone and do it. When you are creating these illusions, change up your angles, like a bunch. Also, be sure that you're you're grabbing the correct thing. I think, if I move this tree here, let's see, if we're creating a diagonal there, and a curve that kind of goes back out, but also does also just look like it's overhanging. I think I'm going to delete that bush. We've got a lot. These bushes also aren't cheap when it comes to building. I'm liking that. I don't know if I like this tree that accidentally got placed over here, though. I'm gonna move it because I might create like some kind of scenery here. Okay. Now, the second thing that I do when creating these illusions, I then go in with my second largest bush. It's gonna be this one right here. Alright, I'm going to come in. Again, these are going to go really close to those stairs, and they are also going to go in front of our big bushes, because we don't really want these brown roots, or the bark, showing from this too much. We want to create layers and dimension. Oh, my ice spiker also just went off. I did not think that that was turned on. Definitely not the sound that I heard earlier that spooked me. Okay, layers and dimension. That's where I was. That's what we're working on right now. And we're just scattering this one a little bit more liberally, a little bit more freely. Again, still working towards the walls, towards the stairs, around that larger bush. We're not using it completely to cover everything, but we are using it enough, and we are using it sporadically. That way it looks like nature. I'm going to do it over there too. And it does help create a different shape if you do two very close to each other. Because when you do them too far apart, then it looks like you're just copying and pasting a lot of the same thing. So it does create some kind of an illusion to move these things around. Sometimes I will come in later and give these things a little turn. That way that little hole in the bush isn't in the same spot and it doesn't look copy pasted. It's really, you can do just like whatever the heck you want. These are designs that are going to be impossible to copy one for one. Don't try to do exactly what I'm doing here. You're not really gonna learn if you copy me to a T. Do what you feel. Use your own eyes. And have so much freaking fun with it. Okay, we're gonna come in with our next, not next largest bush, but next to the smallest? I don't know how to order those words correctly. We're gonna come in, this plant in particular, you can see how small this base is and how far it comes out on the edges. This plant I love using as overhang. I like using it really near these edges. It deletes this straight wall here, the way I see it. It comes over nicely. It creates these nice, beautiful, rounded cutouts without being too big. Once again, this is one that can look the same no matter what way you turn it. But putting two directly next to each other drastically changes the look of this bush. It looks like a completely different one. So I'm going to sporadically put it out through here. I'm going to use it I think in this corner, because I'm not going to be able to fit much here, because this is already like a tight walking path. I think maybe I can put it up top here. No, I think I've done too much with that. So I'm going to come over here, use it over here instead. I think I'm going to delete this square. I don't think I can sell the round circle here. The round circle here. The things you will say when you are creating these illusions. All circles are round. There is no such thing as a square circle. Okay. This also, even if you put it in the back, it at least looks like there's plants back there. Maybe like some flowers or whatever. So you don't have to use it how I use it, but that's how I'm doing it. Over here, I kind of put myself in a bit of a corner, because I need a plant that's tall, but not... I might create another layer here if I can. I might have to do potted house plants, if anything, for that spot. That's fine. I will show you how to do that and keep your illusion going. Oh, no! Need to remember I still need a walking path here, so I might do... I'm going to push this one over a pillar in that spot. Don't let me forget it. Guys, viewers, I'm trusting you not to let me forget. Use your time machine and don't let me forget. I'm going to come in over here with some of these tall plants. It's really good, once again, to put them on these corner edges and then also put them further back. Having them in both the front and the back really creates a dimension from like different angles. Again, I am still trying to avoid being on a grid, so this one doesn't line up with this one. These two do come a little close. These definitely are on the same level of playing field. I would like this to be up higher, so I don't think I'm going to place that there. This is near the door, which our house is going to have symmetry. I might be using more symmetry as I get closer to the house. It makes sense. This area we want to look like nature. This area, it's obviously a house built by man, so having less of it makes sense in the progression. Think of this like we are telling a story. Right on. Okay, now flowery bushes. I think I have a fair amount of... It's looking very green right now. I want to add some pops of color. I'm going to be coming in with both of these bushes. While a color story is nice, look how limited on colored flowers we have. I save the flowery step until this point. There's so many flowers on this bush, but there's so few bushes with flowers. So I save it until this point. That way it's easier to judge where I want these things, because I don't want to go overboard with these flowers. It can really take over a color story, and it can really take over just like your whole plot and theme. If you're going with a theme, like maybe you're going for a Tuscan look, maybe you're going for a bohemian look, and you want more or less flowers, like it can really change a lot. So I try to use them closer to the back wall, sometimes in the front. I want them to be covered for the most part. That way it looks like we have different shaped bushes, and it's not the same thing just repeated over and over again. See right here? That's looking very patterned, very human, very choppy. I don't really want that. I am going to correct it later, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to leave that there on purpose. Okay, now I'm going to be coming in with my blue. Why don't you let me put... Okay, I'm going to be... That's a spot that I'm coming back to later anyways. Once again, bust out your time machines. Don't let me forget that. Ew, I blew a booger. That's fine. Okay, and if we cover up, for these double stairs, if we cover up some in the path, once again, I'm pretty sure there was another spot where I was like, I want that, it's fine. So we're going to do that. We're just going to be playing with the areas where we can place these. I think coming over near this blue might add... It kind of adds curvature to our waterfall right there. There we go. And now, are you guys seeing it? Are you seeing the vision? I kind of want to move these stairs back by one. I'm gonna move these stairs back by one. Delete. Delete. Oh no. Frick. I had more wall there than I thought. Oop. No! Undo. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, it's not. Well, let's move those stairs and then move the wall. There we go. Boom. I think this is going to sell the vision more. And this wall coming, I'm going to leave that there. I like that. I like it, Picasso. Boom. Oh no, I'm not going to leave that wall there. Because then you can't see that the stairs are there. It creates the curvature. You seeing what I'm seeing? Boom. I'll get back to the plants. Hang on. I first want to show you that I am coming in and out of this view and looking at it from here to see what it looks like in like a pretty darn near first person perspective. And I'm liking it so much. I think I could put a bench here. Oh, swings here would be cool. Overlooking that area, a telescope. We can walk back here and look out. That's beautiful. And we can put up some fences here. And then, yeah. So you can see we sold some of the curvature of making these square stairs round. We're not living in a boxy build right now. I don't see any plants that I want to change right now aside from that one. So I'm going to come back to my plants because we do not have them all laid down. That's just a lovely thing to check periodically. Do you want this to come out a little bit? These coming down near the stairs as well, also a beautiful thing. I love the height of this plant. I do wish we had more plants in this color of that height, or in different colors of that height. Heck, even more of these purple plants and like, and the bushes, more swatches for some of these plants would be lovely. Because, yeah, I can make this low variety work, but it would be easier if we had more of a variety to really create something beautiful. Because, like, this repetitiveness does not actually look as impressive. Variety is, I feel like, looks so much more impressive. Okay. Now I think I've used almost all of our plants, everything but this flower. This blue flower has a beautiful glow to it in the evening. It's not too bright, hardly, very much not noticeable during the day. You can use it up front to create a little luminosity to highlight, hey, I'm creating a path here. This is where I, as the builder, want you to walk in this direction, follow these flowers. or you can use it in the back. It in some of these bushes, that way it's like a nice pop of glow in the evening. It's not really telling you what way to go, it's just a pretty little magical thing hidden in the background. It adds whimsy to these areas where we have too many of these flower bushes. If I didn't even set this up to where I could do it right, but we set it up through here, and now we have a pattern, or not a pattern, more of an element coming through here of nature. It sells the design better, and now I can work out from here with even more of these plants even. I think that would look... Oop, excuse me, I wanted to place you. Boom. So we have too many of these flowers. I added those two. It now looks like a different shaped bush. It doesn't look like I've got 50 of these in this one spot. It looks like one bush coming across this way. We completely deleted this sharp corner of this wall. We created an illusion. We come through here with more of these flowers just because they're so pretty. I really like the way these look at night. If you are unfamiliar, there is a toggle to where we can see. In this build mode, we can see what our blueprint is going to look like at any time of day. So the evening, look at those pops of those flowers during the start of the day. We can even come over here and change the weather. Look at those sakura flowers, so beautiful. We've got the aurora borealis. Does it want to appear? No, I don't think so. Okay, that's fine. But we can look at it throughout all of those different settings and seasons as well. Nighttime, daytime, what have you. Oh, okay. I think the next thing that I wanted to show you was how these light up pillars really elevate this space. If you are trying to make a magical space, a modern space, a classical space, a pirate ship even, that's what this makes me think of, you can. These are going to change up your builds a lot. And no one of these follows one rule or one design. You can use it in a lot of different ways. You can paint it in a lot of different colors, some of these more so than others. But yes, these also take up space and create a beautiful path. They also add to the illusion that we are aiming for these curved stairs. Even though they look very square, very blocky, using them in with your gardening changes everything. Putting something in the way of something else makes having 50 of the same item look like 20 different items. And we can add it there. Again, I'm trying to avoid the grid. However, I think from this location, it doesn't look like it lines up. It's far enough in the back to where it doesn't look like it's on this. It's not on the same grid, but it's pretty damn close. But it looks even further apart widthways because it's so far in the background. Alright, I'm liking that. Picasso. That is lovely. I do wish I had pushed this further over that way. That way I could get one right in that spot. That's not going to happen though. And right here, oh, that actually doesn't look that bad. It looks like we have a nice triangle here. This looks higher than that one, even though it is on the same level. That is gorgeous. Alright, I will be hitting you guys with the house build that is going to go on this plot in another day. I just wanted to get this tutorial out for how I'm doing this waterfall and how I'm doing this staircase. These are the most attractive features that I've noticed whenever I am building my homes and whenever I have people visiting. These are the parts that people focus on, so I wanted to create this tutorial for you. And yeah, I hope you can do this for yourself as well. It doesn't matter if you have a limited space or if you've got pretty damn near all the plots unlocked like I do. You can still get this done and create some beautiful illusions. Wonderful force perspective. I look forward. Y'all remember Animal Crossing, right? How we would have the 3 layers and then on our beach in the background, our secret beach, we do, oh gosh, what is it? Like the highway in the back, and we'd use toy cars from the Christmas events and put them back there. You could definitely do that with this too. It's just a matter of more stuff being added to the game. There will be more stuff coming. It only came out on PC last month. There's more stuff coming. We're going to be able to create some pretty remarkable things. I hope you enjoy mine. I look forward to seeing yours every day, twice a day. I run out, I look at other people's homes, and I leave the little hearts on there, and I water their flowers for them and whatnot. But yeah, it's a huge part of why I love this game. I look forward to seeing your work. I hope you enjoyed mine. Leave a like, subscribe if you'd like. Yeah, and I'll be seeing you hopefully in the next one. Bye.